Welcome in to those who have joined so far. We appreciate you. We always appreciate the people who hop in right at the beginning. We love it. Um, First scrimmage, big topic this week, Jim. A lot of things have come out. The leaks, I guess, grad assistants and student assistants who are running the cameras are a big commodity this year for the Volquist people whenever it's a close scrimmage. So, what have you heard? What are you thinking about what you've heard? And let's hear it, Jim.
Well, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Everyone wants to talk about the quarterbacks. I mean, the quarterbacks. The what everyone's hearing right now is it's Faison's job to lose. Not saying George played bad. He did throw that one interception where Arian Carter made an absolutely filthy catch,
Mm-hmm.
but it just seems like, and you can't you got to take it with a grain of salt because these like Faison can't show his full capabilities during a scrimmage because he can't be hit and they blow the play dead if he's taking off running with the football. So it's not really you can't get the full thing with him. So I mean, if anyone's listening to VolQuest and their mailbag show, but they're from what they're saying is it's Faison's job to lose at this point. He would have to do some terrible play from practice all the way to the scrimmage. But I also don't expect Josh Heupel to say anything about the quarterback until after the second scrimmage anyway.
Yep.
It would be mind blowing if we heard anything beforehand.
Yeah. I've heard similar stuff, Jim. Um, Apparently, Faison just oozes the talent in a
Mm-hmm.
scrimmage setting, which that's what football is, 11 on 11, and apparently he made big time throws, a few deep balls. I think there was to Mike Matthews, one to Dodson, um, one to Bishop too. Believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's it's not like based on what I've read and watched Jim. It's not like George played terrible. Um, it seemed that just off what Austin Price wrote, he had some drops that stalled out some of his drives, which it's not on him. But the main takeaway from him, according to Austin Price, was that he's a little bit late getting the ball out, and that would not work
Right.
real like it's not going to work real well when he has the frame that he does. So yeah, I mean that's the quarterback deal. I mean, it just seems like Faison just has the id factor and the talent is very clear there. But again, it's not like George played terrible. I still think it's close. I think it's a matter of do you want you know consistency, a little bit more consistency with George, which is based off what we were reading last week just during practice. But once we got to the scrimmage, do you want this big time play potential with Faison and maybe a little bit more sporadic? So you know, if you're asking me, and I bet you would agree, Jim, I think I would want the boom factor. Maybe a little bit of bust sometimes, but the big play potential is something Tennessee's been missing for a little bit now.
No, you probably just say since Hendon. I mean, Joey gave us a little spurt. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he was playing hurt the whole year, so but since Hendon, we haven't had a mobile quarterback per se. Joe was, but I mean, he didn't use his legs
Yeah,
as much as he should have.
Joe never seemed to be very fond of the idea of running and getting hit a whole lot, which was crazy for his frame. But and Joey last year, I mean, he was obviously not the most talented guy. He ended up being pretty good, but the running ability, it just wasn't there for the most part. So
Well, that's the thing is people tend to forget. I mean, think about how hard it is for a defense to have to cover all those wide spreads, an excellent running game. I mean, and we're about to talk about the running backs because that's a
yeah,
huge deal on how deep this room is. But when you add a quarterback that could run, think about how difficult it is to cover that as a defense when they're running tempo. They have a really good run game. Their offensive line's really good, and the quarterback can throw a deep ball. But if everything's covered, and everyone's deep, I mean, what you got to hope that middle linebacker is ready to, because if Faison could give you 5 yards, you'll take that all day long. Now, just be safe. Don't take hits. Don't be Jackson Dart on my Giants now. Don't be taking hits. Just slide, and you'll be good. I think. And again, that'll open up Tennessee's offense a lot more, and it's really exciting though. But yeah, let's talk about the running backs right now. I mean, the running backs, and I want to start with Dwayne Morris.
The 99-yard run in a scrimmage.
And he's a sleeper. I mean, because Baker's another one that I think is underrated.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be surprised if he contributes a lot, but I mean, injuries can happen. So, I mean, it sounds like we got 4 good running backs. What do you think? I mean, the scrimmage report from Austin Price again said Bishop was, limited because, obviously he's RB1.
Yeah, you don't have to get him hurt.
Gordon had a solid day, showed some wiggle, according to Austin Price. And like we just mentioned, Dwayne Morris, 99-yard run. Not something that you can ignore in my book. I think the last time we had a run that long was against Missouri in 2021. That was what was his name? Tyree Evans. I don't know. He got kicked off the team halfway through 2021. But the point is, that's pretty good for what was considered your third string coming into fall camp. So,
well, that's the thing. I think Javon Gordon's going to end up being your second running back. Him and Deshaun Bishop. I mean, to me, he's just another Deshaun Bishop. I'm not saying talent wise, but if you look at them, they're both 5'10", about 210, 215. And you've seen what Javon Gordon could do at Tulane. I mean, again, he's going to be the second option. Deshaun Bishop's your guy, but an awesome second option to have is to reload with about the same size guy. And then Dwayne Morris, I mean, if you need a little bit of a different, side of things as a running back, I mean, he's just lightning fast, and I think he's going to be an excellent option. So it's great to see for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Morris, catching some screens and some swing passes here and there. I mean, we played 3 running backs last year, so
yeah,
I think he's going to play a little bit. Other people in the scrimmage that Volquist saw fit to mention, Mike Matthews. Apparently, he's just been having a tremendous fall camp so far. Like I mentioned with Faison, talking about Faison, he caught one of those deep balls. Tyreek King also was mentioned in the scrimmage report. They said he had a few drops, but he made a lot of plays. Joakim Dotson, another guy who caught a deep ball from Faison. But does it concern you that drops seem to be a problem in the first scrimmage?
Not in the first scrimmage. Like if we're getting into, let's watch the Furman game and we'll be able to tell. I'm not really worried about that right now. You're still trying to figure out who your quarterback is. It was nice to hear Faison finding Mike Matthews in the scrimmage. It's just I'm not worried about it right now.
Yep.
We'll see. Let's watch the first game, and then if that's a problem, it's a problem. But I don't see it being one.
Yeah, I think Brain was probably a culprit for some of those drops because they said he didn't have
a forced fumble.
Yeah, they didn't have a very good day in the scrimmage. I mean, I think just based on talent, he's your second tight end. But Ethan Davis continues to be out. Jim, how does that strike you? Are you worried about that yet?
I'm not worried. I kind of think, well, at least I'm hoping. I don't know anything about it, but I'm hoping it's hey, he's our tight end 1, and we're just going to keep it. Hey, you don't have to rush back. We need you healthy for week 1. You don't have to prove anything. Now, I hope he gets back out there just for conditioning wise, just to, stay ready for week 1. So hopefully he's back sometime this week, hopefully. But I'm not worried yet. And also, I mean, like you said, I mean, you have Trent Thomas, Deshaun Brame, Luka
Luka
Wolf.
Wolf, yeah.
Yeah, Luka Wolf's been making. That's another guy they've been talking about, saying you better watch out.
I haven't looked it up. I guess I'll do it right now. But I wonder if he's any way related to Ethan and Eli Wolf. I feel like I figured I would have heard that. But another thing from the scrimmage, which is on the negative side, and we mentioned it last week, Jim. The defensive line. Apparently, Rodney Garner was pretty perturbed for a lot of the scrimmage, and maybe they're just going up against one of the best offensive lines in the country, according to multiple people.
That's one way I would look at it.
I mean, if you want to go glass half full, but yeah, the defensive line seems to be the biggest concern, at least from what I've been reading. It seems to be the biggest concern as far as if they're going to be effective enough.
Yeah, you can look at it. You can look at it two ways. Is it the offensive line being good? Because then you also got to think the first team defense didn't give up any points, which is great to see with how you're hearing about how the offense is pretty good between the running game, the passing game was finding, deep balls and stuff. So I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that the defensive line is going to be amazing, but we also heard what you said last week about Davian Hobbs. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had a good scrimmage from what we've seen and read. Him and Xavier are going to be a great duo if Hobbs can stay healthy. And yeah. I think this defensive line is going to figure it out. I do.
Yeah.
It's practice. They're thudding. They're not really tackling all the time. It's a scrimmage, and you got to take it with a grain of salt. But Rodney Garner, we got to trust him. I mean, he's never given us a bad product. So,
yeah. Even in 2021, Tennessee at some point in the season was able to stop the run with the effectiveness of the defensive line. Pretty much every year, at some point, we were able to stop the run. It was the passing game and not getting to the passer, the other team's passer, that has plagued the defensive line for a couple of years, at least in the big games. But I would expect a similar story this year. We might not generate the best pass rush, just rushing four. Outside of blitzes, unless somebody steps up, it might be tough to get a pass rush just rushing four. But I do think that they will eventually be able to stop a run because Rodney Garner is just, like you said, too good of a coach.
Yeah, and it's not that they're not talented. It's just a young defensive line. I mean, you got to think.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys, second-year players that can, make that next step and really help. But it seems like they've been in very inconsistent so far.
Yeah, and the main thing is, like I said, they're young. You got, Isaiah Campbell, Ethan Utley, Marion Dye. They have to JJ Finch. These guys have to give us good snaps. And like I said, it's practice. They're young. We just got to let them do their thing when game day comes around. I think we're going to be fine. And people got to remember, I mean, Xavier Gilliams, I mean, he's only a sophomore too. I mean, he played a lot last year for Penn State, but he's a young player. So, I mean, you got to have guys like Davian Hobbs and Tyree Weathersby be leaders in the room to keep them all positive. And I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine.
It would make me feel worse. I would feel worse about the defensive line if they didn't have, just a ridiculous amount of good linebackers behind them, which is why I think the run game, stopping the run on defense won't be a problem eventually. And they saw fit to mention Arian Carter. Austin Price saw fit to mention Arian Carter. He said a highlight level scrimmage is what Arian Carter had on Saturday. With that, apparently that interception that GMAC threw, it was more that Arian Carter made a tremendous play, just based on everything that I've read.
I've seen that too.
Like, and it's still a damn shame he's going to miss the first 2 games. But if they're mentioning him highlight level scrimmage, I mean, this guy was flirting with the NFL. I mean, we all know he's good, but he can really, really be an anchor there.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a very high level. I mean, he led the SEC in tackles last year, and dude was playing with like 2 turf toes.
Yeah, he was like 60, 70% for a lot of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I think we're gonna be. I feel like we're gonna be able to manage the first 2 games, but when you get Arian Carter back with Amari Campbell and all the guys in that room, I think you have so much to throw at an offense with Jim Knowles' type of defense and all those guys in the linebacker room mixed with the talent level on the defensive line. They're going to figure it out. Hey, if you could be better than last year's defense, and you're looking at Tennessee could have been a playoff team last year if they had a decent defense. Their defense was terrible.
Yeah.
So that's what people tend to forget. I mean, Oklahoma game, you had it. You could have won that game. Georgia should have won that game. You're looking at 2 swing games right there. Mississippi State, I know we talked about it already, but again, you have a better defense. You give me a top 25 defense, Tennessee's in the playoff.
Yep. And, with the injuries we've had so far, all on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, besides Farouk, he had 2 depth piece injuries. I mean, Farouk this 2 deep is not out yet. We don't know where he was placed, but it sounded like he was headed for I know a lot of playing time, but maybe a starting safety. So that was unfortunate. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But I would like to hear good things about the defense in the second scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I'm asking for.
I'd like them to win the scrimmage.
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, but maybe again, glass half full. The quarterbacks are both good enough, and the offense is just going to be good. So we'll see what happens. Anything else that you read about the scrimmage that you want to mention, buddy?
Well, I just want to shout out the guy we were talking about, DeJuan Lane. I'm going to call him the Joke. His nickname apparently is the Joker, so I'm going to call him that, okay? But, I mean, forced fumble. You saw that one play that he did against Deshaun Brame.
Yep.
That's what I want to see out of the defense. Go after that ball, play violent, and wherever the ball is, you don't stop until that whistle is blown. Okay? And I think he's going to be fine. Again, I'm not saying I'm not worried about the depth. I'm just saying that I think he's going to be okay to replace Farouk right now. Obviously, it's unfortunate we lost him, but I think he's going to be fine. It's just we can't afford many more. Yeah. So
that's the main concern with all these injuries so far. I mean, the 3 guys that have went down for the season, you're really just talking about, like you just said, we really can't afford it anymore if we want to be, super effective on defense. But moving on from the scrimmage, this might take a few minutes, Jim, because, Heather Dinich, we'll get into her in a second. But the Tennessee Volunteers came in number 20 in the preseason AP poll. And I always like to preface this with this does not really matter.
18 in the coaches poll.
Yeah, the coaches poll came out, I think, 2-3 weeks ago. But yeah, Tennessee is there, high teens, low 20s, according to most people. I mean, even just random reporters' polls, that I've seen. And I'm fine with that. I have no problem with it. If we had the quarterback situation a little bit better, a little bit more proven, you're probably looking at, top 15 team. But it is what it is. But I was just, the Heather Dinich deal. She goes on, I guess it was the Pat McAfee show. I think it was. They were talking about the preseason AP top 25. And she, threw a hissy fit about Tennessee being ranked 20th. It's not like we were ranked in the top 10. I think she's the only one I've seen that made it a point to say, she said, I can't believe Tennessee is even ranked. Why is Tennessee ranked, let alone number 20? I mean, they better find the quarterback and find some answers fast there. Nobody disagrees with that last part. The team's good enough to be ranked 20, even with the freshman quarterback, according to literally everybody else. Like, this is the only person I've seen say anything like that. Again, it's not like we're ranked in the top 10. I mean, number 20 is pretty average for a Tennessee preseason ranking. You know, like it just kind of it rubbed me the wrong way. I know it rubs a lot of Tennessee fans the wrong way.
I just don't know why they just give her a platform like that. Like, no one cares what she thinks. Like, no one's like the only reason we're talking about it is because she threw a hissy fit about our team. Yeah. Like, if she said that about Missouri, I wouldn't even be talking. Like, no one would talk about it.
It was just odd. That's.
Well, she did graduate from Indiana, so I mean, it makes sense.
I think she's reporting in the ACC. I think for the most part,
she's probably just mad because there's no good teams in that league. So
yeah, I mean, but the rest of the poll, if you want to talk about it for a little bit, Jim, did any team surprise you?
Well, Alabama being so high, they did.
Yeah, I mean, you could say a lot of the same, and I think Heather Dent did. She said a lot of the same things about Alabama
and Texas Tech, to be honest. But that's just they literally have no quarterback, so I have no idea.
Yeah, but that just goes to prove that preseason rankings, you can have an unproven quarterback and still have a good enough team around them to be ranked.
Honestly, Ryan, I'm looking at it right now. There's a lot of teams that I'm looking at that are above us that I'm surprised she didn't throw hissy fits about. Like Michigan, are we looking at the same thing?
Yeah,
like Bryce Underwood didn't do anything crazy last year.
No. Penn State surprised me. I know Matt Campbell was, average at Iowa State for nearly 10 years. It might have been 10 years. But, I guess they're banking on just the talent there. And Rocco Becht, who's been playing football for a while, being their quarterback. I mean, we saw him in the Music City Bowl. But, that Penn State surprised me. And you said Michigan surprised you, right?
Michigan and Alabama. Alabama is in the same predicament as us. I'm not saying they're not a top 25 team. I do think that they're going to be still good. I just don't think they're a top 15 team.
I can get down with that. Really, I didn't have many more problems with it. I mean,
can we just not rank Notre Dame anymore?
I think Notre Dame's deserving of top 10. I don't know if number 4 was quite right.
Dude, if any SEC team played that schedule, they would go undefeated.
Yeah, and that's probably part of the reason Penn State is ranked as high as they are. Their schedule.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. But like I said, this does not matter too much at all. I've said before on this very show that I don't even think preseason rankings should be a thing. I think the first ranking should come out in like week 3, week 4, because there's always a top 10 team that ends up winning like 6-7 games. Last year it was Penn State, who was ranked number 1, and they fired their coach in October. Like, preseason rankings are just for ratings and give people a little bit to talk about, and then promote early season matchups. In my book,
Yeah.
But any more thoughts on that on the AP poll? I like I said, I think 20 for Tennessee is about right. So
yeah, I do too. I'm not mad about our ranking. Even if we were 23, 24, even 25, I wouldn't be mad. I
think last year we were 24 with much the same situation, an unproven quarterback.
Yeah,
and I do think the roster is better this year overall. So 20 is fine with me. It's the roster, the preseason roster is at least 4 spots better. So, but let's go down the list here, Jim. Another injury, we hinted at it earlier. Idris Farouk, sounded like just a freak accident. He was battling for a ball with Rodarius Jackson. he hits the ground. His knee was like not where his kneecap was not where it was supposed to be, which is I guess why the ambulance was there. The training staff got his knee back where it was supposed to be, his kneecap back where it was supposed to be before the ambulance got there. But I have heard that they're optimistic that it's not a long-term deal. It's not career-ending. There was no like ligament or nerve damage, so that's good for the distant future. But for right now, it's pretty brutal because we were both excited to see him play this year.
Yeah, and I need to say it, but people need to quit trying to blame Derek Owings for this.
Oh my,
it's so annoying, dude. Like
yeah.
all the injuries that happened so far have nothing to do with Derek Owings.
Yeah,
zero.
So I mean, like I said, this sounds like freak accident. I mean, this is a contact sport. I mean, this does happen. Now you can talk about should they be doing this much contact in practice, which I think, yeah, especially on defense when how horrible they were last year tackling. I would imagine Jim Knowles wants to have them bang a little bit in practice, hit each other. But again, it's just unfortunate freak accident. I haven't seen a lot of the Derek Owings blaming, but there's some, and it just blows my mind. I mean, we're talking about 3 guys, which for a lot of teams at this point in camp is pretty good. I know we still got two and a half more weeks to go, but it is not Derek Owings' fault.
Well, did you see? Not to change it to a different team, but real quick, I mean, I'm pretty sure On3 posted about the Texas, Gooseby bone bruise. He'll probably be out for a little bit. So, of course, he'll probably be ready to go by the Tennessee game. Yeah. He's going to be fully refreshed, ready to go.
Yeah, he's going to be fired up. Yeah.
But that's something to see. I mean, that's a first-round pick right there. So that's something to at least look at. But yeah, I mean, we're not the only team that are dealing with injuries. We'll be fine. I'm not worried. So as long as nothing, I pray for a good, clean 17 more days, and I'll be happy and confident going into the season.
Yeah. Now talking about the safety spot right now with Farouk not in the picture for 2026. I mean, TJ Metcalf, I think he was always going to be one of the safeties. You mentioned earlier DeJon Lane, the Joker, DJ, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably the favorite to lock down that position now. I mean, he started 13 games for Michigan last year. I mean, Metcalf started 13 games for Michigan. Lane, he played almost 300 snaps for Penn State. And
he knows the defense.
Yeah, I mean, but post that, you're talking about some young guys that are going to have to be called on if Lane has to go out for a snap or two, or God forbid has a weeks-long injury. Same deal with Metcalf. You're talking about inexperienced people. Yeah, Dylan Lewis, Joel Wyatt.
Joel Wyatt, I think, is going to be a freak athlete. I think this kid, you and again, you got to watch out. I mean, Quay Moss too. I mean, something happens to Quay Moss, someone's gonna have to take the star spot. So, but yeah, you got the talent, but it's all young. So, I mean, brand new defense. I like Lane coming in because I mean, at least he knows the defense. He's ran it before. He's also 6'2", 215, and he's lightning fast. So, I mean, he's got the athleticism. So. Again, I'm not worried right now. But we have 17 more days starting tomorrow that we can't have anything else happen rest of fall camp.
Please, Lord. I mean, Farouk was bad enough. But, yeah, unfortunate. We're going to have some young guys fill some 2-deep roles maybe. And it just is what it is. It's next man up. I mean, football is – everybody knows injuries happen, so this is nothing out of the ordinary. It's just very unfortunate. So there you have it. The Tennessee Vols, Jim, got their first commit for the 2028 class a few days ago. Caden
Right around the corner by me. Right around the corner.
You should go watch him play this year.
I might have to go get him to sign a jersey. You know, I mean,
Yeah, but Caden Kraft, top 100 quarterback. He is a 4-star, first commit in the class of 2028. If it's always good to have quarterbacks. I mean, with today's college football landscape, you never know who you're going to have to turn to. We are in the situation we are in now because of Nico doing what he did and his fat daddy. So always good to get a top 100, talented quarterback committed and in the boat very early. I mean, when you get quarterbacks committed early, you assume that they're going to be able to recruit more guys along the way. So very good. Off to a good start in 2028. What are your thoughts on it, Jim?
I mean, dual threat guy. He could extend plays with his legs. So he runs 4.51 40. So
pretty good for a quarterback.
Pretty dang quick. And he could throw the ball. He's 6'4", 205. Like I said, he's right around the corner for me. I'm gonna have to go watch a high school game of his. But yeah. Great pickup. Obviously, we know whoever comes back next year, he's not gonna be playing next year. It'll be a couple of years till he gets, potential spot. But again, a great pickup for Josh Heupel early. He owns the state of North Carolina. Owns the state.
He's a lot of commits he has gotten.
Faison Brandon, North Carolina. David Sanders, North Carolina.
Yeah.
James Pierce, North Carolina. So again, great pickup. Going to be interesting to see what that transpires to when it gets to campus.
Yeah, long way away, but like I said, always good to get a top 100 quarterback committed and in the boat. Just this afternoon, Jim, another commitment for this year. It was part of the fifth year thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Monty Hunt commits Tennessee from Tennessee Tech. Pretty sure this is just a depth piece. I mean, he's coming in with 2 weeks left before the season. I mean, obviously, he's not going to be contributing a ton, but with Jadias Richard going down, Farouk going down, hopefully he doesn't have to see the field, but it's always good to have an experienced guy like him coming in. So I was fine with this. Very, very happy to see. I mean, especially an in-state guy. I mean, he probably dreamed of playing for Tennessee. So.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't expect him to be the last.
Maybe not.
Now, from what VolQuest guys are saying, we're probably not getting Jackson Moy, which would be a huge pickup in my opinion.
Is he not in camp with somebody?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of reading all the comments about all that, but there's rumbles about him potentially somewhere. I don't know where. Like I said, it's Twitter saying that. But who knows at this point? Tennessee's going to need, if they could find a safety, that'd be huge too. I mean,
yeah.
But again, I'm not worried right now, people. Not worried yet. Not worried yet.
Yeah, I mean, but again, just a depth piece according to all reports. But we might need them at some point. You never know. I mean, for the corners, I mean, I think that's in a lot better shape than the safeties are now. I mean, Quay Moss is going to be your nickel. Kayan Lee, he's going to be a corner. Redmond, I mean, he's still sick. I don't think he's been back at practice yet, which is odd. But he'll be a corner. But
I thought he was back at practice, not fully, but he was.
I think I'm sorry, he didn't go in the scrimmage. Sorry. But
yeah, I think he's still he's doing conditioning stuff on the side, but he's not full go at practice right now. But he's still out there in pads.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, Monty Hunt, happy to have him. Very interesting. Again, this afternoon, Jim. Jersey patch deal, the first one.
Which is odd for me, but
I mean. I think this was always going to be the situation with Tennessee. I think they were going to test the waters, not in football. But the deal is with Axel Logistics, a Knoxville company. I actually talked to them at multiple career fairs when I was at Tennessee. But 5-year deal, jersey patch with Axel Logistics, $3 million a year on average.
Which I think is low.
Yeah, I mean, with not a national company, I think 3 million's all right. But like I think this is just testing the waters. I would be shocked if we don't have a jersey patch on the football uniforms at some point. In all honesty,
Yeah,
so,
but that's gonna be big money.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, just see how it works. I mean, but like I said, local company and Axel. But $3 million a year. I mean, you're getting $15 million over the next 5 years to slap some fabric on your jersey. So I don't think it's bad. Did you see, did you see that Georgia today signed a deal with Progressive Insurance?
Yeah,
I'm not making this up. They signed a deal with Progressive Insurance for on-field logos. I mean, just peak irony. I don't think you could write something more ironic.
well, I think it's brilliant by Progressive. I really do. I think it's the most brilliant scheme that they just pulled. They're like, dude, these guys are getting arrested left and right.
They're wrecking their cars like every
They're wrecking
2
their
weeks.
cars, dude. We'll give you guys free everything.
Yeah.
Just, they might be, honestly, Georgia might be paying Progressive.
I mean, I had to like seriously check the source whenever I saw it a couple hours ago to make sure that this was not a joke. I mean, it's like I said, very, very ironic. So, but yeah, jersey patches and logos. That's just a part of things now. I mean, I think the pilot thing was what 2 years ago.
But like they really did well with that, in my opinion. They kept kneeling presented by Pilot. The logo of Pilot fits on the field. It's not like some random, like they didn't pick a dang blue logo.
Yeah.
So again, I think Danny White's going to do it right here and, get something that fits on the uniform, pays good, and doesn't, tarnish those uniforms, so and that's the main thing for me is don't ruin the uniforms.
Yeah. I think Brent Hubbs, not Brent Hubbs, Mike Wilson talked to Danny about, this whole sponsorship deal with Axel, and he said he's gonna be very careful with his approach and, doing these jersey patches, like I said, this is just testing the waters. But the revenue streams, I mean, like with how things are today, any revenue that you can accrue, I mean, that's you got to do it. I mean, it's just about having the right fit and not having a blue logo on the field, like you just said. It has to fit. I don't know how a Progressive logo will look in Sanford Stadium. I mean, but besides the irony, that's another part of it. Like, how is that even going to look? I mean, odd and ironic. So, but are you okay with the basketball doing these jersey patches? I know a lot of people said they're going to be very upset when football eventually does this because it will happen.
It will happen eventually. As long as it's a good deal and it doesn't ruin the uniforms, then I'm not mad about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, I mean, we just talked about Pilot. I mean, I think that's fine. I mean, it's Knoxville company and everything. I mean, Haslam. I graduated from the Haslam College of Business. I was fine with it. Like, it is what it is. And again, it's a revenue stream. So you got to do what you got to do in today's landscape. But any more thoughts tonight, Jim? I know the first scrimmage, I really didn't think we got as much as we thought we would have out of the first scrimmage as far as the quarterbacks go. I mean, but I think that is a good sign. None of them looked awful. I know in the first scrimmage last year, it was said that Merklinger was terrible. You didn't get that this year. And even the first scrimmage last year with Joey, he threw a pick six. So I think we're in a pretty good spot as far as the quarterbacks go coming out of this first scrimmage.
Yeah, again, I think Faison's the guy. He's got awesome talent, so I'm not worried. I think he's going to be better than what everyone expects him to be.
Yeah. I've said this for the last few weeks. No matter who it is, it's really, really looking like Faison. I mean, last week there was little rumblings about George, just in the practice. But once we got to the scrimmage, me and you both said, everybody wait for the scrimmage, and Faison will probably have a little bit better of a report, and that happened. Scrimmage is where you find out everything, especially about quarterbacks. So,
yeah,
we'll watch this week. And the second scrimmage is, I guess, this coming weekend.
Yep, so Saturday.
We will hear some more reports, and I think the picture will be even more clear then. So, any more thoughts tonight, man?
No thoughts from me.
All right, sounds good. Thank you to those who have tuned in. We're getting real close now, and we would love for y'all to join us during the season for all these game previews, game reviews. It'll be a good time, especially if things go how we are hoping. So, go Vols, and thanks again.
Go Vols. 17 days, people. 17 days.